Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to a new video, and today I'm going to show you all the details of the new Peugeot 508 Sport Engineered. So this is a very special car. As you can see from the first look at it, I have the key here, let me unlock it, and now the car greets us with this cool LED lights. And this is actually the strongest production Peugeot ever made up to this date. It's a plug-in hybrid with 360 horsepower. I will talk more about the technical details later on. For now, let's focus on the design. This car is finished in the beautiful Selenium gray color and goes very well with the gloss black elements that we see here. The lights, they are full LED. You have the daytime running LEDs here, which turn into indicators, of course. And the main unit is here. Look at the design elements, and this is actually for the aerodynamics, of course, but looks so cool. I do love the fact that we have this in the same color as this. So you will see this three cross, the element that you will see throughout the whole car. Satin finish here and the gloss black finish on the front grille. Tell me in the comments what are your thoughts. And now let's go and see this car from the side. It's really a beautiful designed car. 4.75 meters is the length, and I mean from this angle it really looks so cool. This car sits also on this special wheels, 20-inch wheels. They have this aerodynamic design. Of course, the brakes are upgraded. We have the Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires, and dimensions are here, 245, 35 are 20. So quite cool. And now you see also that we have the special side skirts. I don't know if camera is catching it, but you see here, this is another cool element. Gloss black edges here, as well as the mirrors, tinted windows. Now you see this design element, once again the same one as on the front. Let me show you the car from this angle. Coming to the back, we have a new, more sporty bumper with a large diffuser. Look at this from this angle. You definitely notice that it's not a regular 508. And of course, the LED lights, they have this cool illumination. Let me unlock the car once again, so you see. And they are actually inspired by the old Peugeot 504 coupe. So quite cool, you know, to have some design elements that remind you of some very popular Peugeot models from the past. Let me show you the exhaust pipes. First one is here, gloss black, and the second one is here as well. It's nice to see a real exhaust, something that you don't see often these days. But now let me show you the trunk. I actually have the key and I can do it with the key. You just need to press this and it unlocks and opens. So electric tailgate, and you have 487 liters here. Some additional room, but not huge here. Underneath this, we have the Focal sound system, which means you get this additional speaker here, and the 12-volt power outlet can also be useful. You can of course fold the seats, then you get more than 1,500 liters, and this is where you can put your shopping bags. So pretty practical, and you will notice that this element goes up with the tailgate, so you can have you know, large loading area, and you can definitely put quite a lot of things in here. And when you want to turn it down or shut it down, actually you need to press this. And that's pretty much it. So tell me in the comments what are your thoughts. And now let me show you the charging port, since we have a plug-in hybrid here. So this is it. This is where you put your charging cable and charge the car. I will talk about the specs in a moment, but for now let's check out this interior. Time to step inside of this gorgeous Peugeot, and you are greeted with a very modern and very futuristic cockpit. Let's start here. This is in satin finish and I quite like it. The ambient light, they call it the mood lighting, it's in blue color, and the stitching is in the same color as the elements on the car. Here are your switches, of course, for the mirrors and the windows, so classic ones. and this has sort of like a two sections, this door pocket. Moving on, you're greeted with the Peugeot Sport engineered lettering in here, and the seats are gorgeous. Just look at the attention to detail. You have this nice stitching, additional stitching here in the same color as the elements of the car, Alcantara and leather. And in front of the driver there is a new steering wheel. But let's actually check out how this looks from driver's perspective. Alright, and this is the view in front of us. Actually, let's turn on the car immediately. So we have a special steering wheel. Once again, new element compared to the standard one. Nice leather and nice stitching. In front of the driver there is a i-cockpit, a digital cockpit. 10-inch screen. You have some of the buttons in here, and of course the Focal sound system, which comes as standard on this model. I do love this satin finish which goes throughout the whole car, and so much better than, for example, the gloss black one. Let me change the view back to a standard one. Look at this. This is the special panel, and when you press it, it's got the interesting sound. This car has the heated seats, but since it's very hot, of course we're not gonna use them. The AC controls are unfortunately on this screen, so not the easiest way to control them. I would love to change that, but other than that, this is pretty nice. You have the classic switch for the volume. These are your shortcuts for the music, AC for the navigation, car settings, phone connection, apps, and since this is a hybrid, for the charging and stuff related to the electric motors and the battery. Moving on, this is the switch for the different driving modes, and this car actually has 5 of them. So look at this. You have the 4-wheel drive, sport, hybrid, comfort, and electric. When you put it to electric, you see that we have the information that electric mode is not available at the moment, battery charge too low, so we don't have a battery, but I will charge it. And then stay tuned for the night point of view drive, where you will see also that we can drive only on electric power up to 24 miles, so that's about 41 kilometers, which is pretty solid. And well, yeah, those are the driving modes. This car also has the adaptive dampers, so when you change the modes, they also change, so you don't change just the throttle response and the options of whether you want, petrol engine, or you want just electric motor, or you want combination, but you also have adaptive dampers. This is the gear lever, a well-known one from the Peugeot models. I'm actually a big fan of it. Tell me in the comments what are your thoughts. This is the 8-speed automatic transmission. You have also the flappy pedals behind the steering wheel. I would love to see them maybe in a bit better material, for a car like this. So they are the standard ones like we saw on other Peugeot models. Electric parking brake and 12-volt power outlet, as well as some additional storage room. Once again, nice stitching. This is in leather, and one cool feature, additional room here. Look at this. You have the USB port and wireless charger for your phone, and additional USB port on the other side. So quite cool, and it's a hidden place where you can put your phone. Other than that, you also have the cup holders, which are illuminated and also adjustable. And when you press this, you also get some additional storage room, light and aux. This is in leather. Let me show you the glove box. And here we have specifications of the car. And sorry, this is not as I was expecting it to be, but no worries. So as you can see, Selenium gray color, and you have the charger, 7.4 kilowatts, so that you can charge it a bit quicker. And technical details, 360 horsepower. You have the petrol engine, 1.61, paired with the 2 electric motors. And well, yeah, that's pretty much it. This is the price, and I will put the euro amount on your screen. It is now time to check out the infotainment system, and I will actually do it quickly because it's pretty much the same one as on other new Peugeot models. Let's start with the hidden feature. So when you press the screen with 3 fingers, you go into the home menu. So you press this, you have the radio, you have the list of stations and stuff like that. Press it again, phone connection. Of course, it's possible to pair it with Bluetooth or the Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Moving on, navigation. This is the navigation. You have the 3D shape of the buildings. I will show you that during our night point of view drive. That's gonna be pretty cool, but maybe I can even show you right now. Just a second. In order to get the 3D shape of the buildings, you need to turn that on in the settings. So now let me show you this. Look at the beautiful attention to detail. So the cathedral and some historic buildings, church, and yeah, all looks pretty nice. Once again, during the night point of view drive, I will show you more of that. But in order to change the settings, you go to the settings and now you select the 3D view and press OK in order to get it. But now let's go back. Apps, of course, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. AC controls, once again, they are here. So not the best solution, I think. Definitely would make much more sense to have them here since they already have this digital panel. I think the better solution would be to have the adjustable air blower here. You just press, up and down. But okay, hey, it is what it is. But tell me in the comments, do you agree with me or not? And the vehicle settings, you have the driving functions on the left, and here on the right, when you press this, you have the vehicle settings. So let's start with the driving functions. Some of the systems are here. This car has the night vision and detects and alerts the driver of the presence of pedestrians or animals on the road at night. Traction control sensors and stuff like that are here. Vehicle settings, so parking. You can have the mirror adaptation in reverse, which is very cool. Look at this. I will now put the car to reverse. Do it like this. And now you see that the mirrors go down and now you won't scratch your nice wheel this way. Let's move it back to neutral, actually to the park. Let's go back. Headlights, it's best to have all those on. Comfort, mood lighting is actually the ambient light, and you see it here throughout the whole dashboard and on the doors, as well as here. Not sure if camera is catching it right now. Those you probably see on this cup holders, but I think it would be better to have different colors. But this is also cool. I mean, I can't wait to drive it during the night. It will look pretty cool, and stay tuned for that. Now off to safety systems. There are a bunch of them. Active safety brake, speed recommendation, driver attention warning, traffic sign recognition, and blind spot monitoring. So those systems are here, and that's pretty much it when we talk about the settings here. Additional features, you see that on the sides you always have the same elements. This is the shortcut for the AC, and when you press this, you go into the system settings. You can actually change the color theme here. Kryptonite, let's put it on. You will see that the whole layout changes on the i-cockpit, but also on the infotainment system. You see that everything is different now, but yeah, I mean, tell me in the comments which do you prefer, so the classic one or this Kryptonite. I'll put back the blue one. There we go. And bunch of options are here: language, system settings, the units, factory settings, and stuff like that. You can also customize the instrument panel. I will go through the views in a moment. And that's pretty much it, guys. I think that's it for the infotainment system. Back to the home menu, and now off to the i-cockpit. So you change the views by doing this. Look at this. Now you have the energy view, minimum view for calm drive during the night, for example. Personal view, so this is where you would adjust what you want to see in front of you. Navigation view, quite cool. Driving view, you have the car in front of you, and the classic dials, which you just saw. So tell me in the comments what is your favorite view. And yeah, I think the driving one is cool, but I would actually probably use the navigation view most of the time, as this one can be useful and helpful on road trips. Now that's pretty much it. Let me also show you the sun visor with LED lights. LED lights are here as well. You need to just press it, and that is pretty much it. It's time to check out how much space I have at the back. 2 meters 79 is the wheelbase, and the space is pretty much the same as on the standard Peugeot 508. Look at the attention to details, this glass surface here, and we have the imitation of carbon fiber in here, tinted windows. And now let's jump on board, jump inside, and actually surprisingly good for my knees. Some additional storage room, air vents, as well as the illuminated USB ports. This is the situation here, just about right, but have in mind that I'm 1.87 m, and also you can maybe lean a bit more, then you would lose maybe some room here, but you would gain some room for your head. So I think it's not bad, and I could be comfortable here even on longer road trips without any problems, and I'm 1.87 m. And for maximum comfort, you also have nice leather armrest with the cup holders. Let's see the advanced technology hiding underneath the bonnet. So as I said, this is the strongest production Peugeot ever built. And there we go. So this car uses a combination of petrol engine, 1.6 liter 4-cylinder engine, in combination of course with 2 electric motors, so on the front and at the back. Total output is 360 horsepower with 520 newton meters of torque. Figures are impressive, so 5.2 seconds to reach 100, and top speed is limited to 255 kilometers. Tell me in the comments what are your thoughts on this plug-in hybrid and on this model where you have a plug-in hybrid as a top of the line option, because that way you can have low CO2 emissions and you have a very powerful car indeed. And that's it, guys. I hope you liked this detailed tour of the new Peugeot Sport Engineered, a flagship model for the Peugeot brand. And tell me in the comments what are your thoughts on this one. And thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel in order to see the night point of view drive, which is coming very soon. Thank you for watching, subscribe, and see you on the next one. Bye bye.